I didn't print it off.
Call this meeting for August 6, 2025 of the Toledo City Council to order. Our first item is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I will take a roll call. I'm good. Yep. All right, Councilor Kaufman.
Here.
Councilor Sylvia.
Yes, sir.
Councilor Mix.
Yes.
Councilor Byrne.
Present.
Council President Bush.
Here.
And I am here. We have a full council tonight. At this time, are there any visitors who would like to address council on anything not on tonight's agenda? Yes, ma'am. Please state your name for the record. You have the sign-in sheet for us? Perfect. Thank you, Krista.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Spence-Bennett, and I volunteer with Central Coast Humane Society, CCHS. I'm speaking on behalf of CCHS, and I also represent the CCHS Board President, Barbara Perry, who could not attend this meeting. One of my roles at CCHS is to trap feral cats, often called community cats, working with people in our community. We have a lot of community cats in Lincoln County. Such cats are typically pets that are abandoned or they are born outside and someone kindly decides to feed them. The cats like these typically live short, brutal lives, and through predation, injury, or illness, or being born with inbreeding related physical problems, their lives can sometimes be lives of unmitigated suffering. In 2024, the Lincoln County Commissioners recognized this problem and made available $100,000 in funding to fix and vaccinate community cats. With this assistance, we trapped and neutered or TNR'd over 800 cats last year. Over the past 3 years, CCHS has TNR'd over 1,500 community cats. This effort was very important to those who feed these cats and to the cats themselves. However, we started this year, 2025, with a backlog of 376 cats that we knew of that needed to be fixed. As of June, we had trapped 162 of those cats. And at the end of June, we had a backlog of 508 cats. So after all that activity, our backlog is now much larger. We have a cat overpopulation problem in Lincoln County. And we believe that despite years of dedicated effort, we've demonstrated that we will not trap our way out of it. Moreover, we believe that we should all see this as a problem of animal abandonment and animal neglect that rises to the level of animal abuse in our county. We do know that there are places in the U.S. that don't have this problem. These communities have engaged in a concerted effort of public awareness, ordinances, and other measures to reduce their population of unowned cats. They have created a community culture of responsible pet ownership. This year, our goal is to discuss ideas that have worked elsewhere with every local government entity in Lincoln County to get your ideas and then to work together to take action. I know public comment is typically not a place for discussion, so I'm here to request a focused conversation in a work session with council members and/or with your city manager. We believe that responsible citizens would not want animals to be abandoned and then neglected in our county. And we believe that you would feel the same way. I'll provide contact information for myself and Barbara Perry to your recorder. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for your attention tonight.
Thank you. And guess what I'm gonna say? Put it on the issue tracker, get it on our earliest work session that we can.
I have a question. Sure. Just October, first Saturday in October, second Saturday in October, we have the Halloween pet parade and
Yes.
roast.
Yes.
Last year.
And would love to have you join us again this year.
We'd love to come back. Thank you.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. That was fun. That was a blast last year. Yeah. costumes and everything.
Did you guys happen to bring adoptable animals? That would be a cute time to bring them and see.
We
if
did last time,
didn't they? They did, okay, I didn't get to show up last year.
I don't know if we did, but there was another group I know, I think yes. So if we have some fosters, absolutely.
Yeah, and they'll be there.
Yes. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for doing that again. That's fun.
Thank you, Lisa. Anyone else wish to address council tonight on a subject not on our agenda?
Denise Marsh?
Yes.
Oh,
No, you didn't.
no, I don't have any, sorry. I thought, that's just guest sign in. Okay, well.
Tyler? Did you want to address this?
That's right, thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right, next item is our consent. Oh, is there anyone online? All right. Our next item is our consent agenda. I would entertain a motion.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second that.
Been moved by Frank, seconded by Tracy to approve the consent agenda as presented, which includes the city council meeting minutes for 7/16/2025, executive session minutes for 7/16/2025 and 7/23/2025, both session 1 and session 2, and city council meeting minutes for 7/23/2025, and executive session minutes for both sessions of 7/31/2025, and also to approve police department job description, administrative support, and evidence coordinator. I will take a roll call vote. Counselor Kaufman,
Yes.
Counselor Burns,
Yes.
Counselor Keating,
Yes.
Council President Bush,
Yes.
Counselor Mix.
Yes.
Counselor Sylvia,
Yes, sir.
and I vote yes, motion carries 7-0. We have no community service reports. We have no discussion or information items. We move to decision items. We have a new number 1, and that is our decision on the city manager recruitment. Entertain a motion?
I move that we begin. That we offer the position to candidate John Craig and begin negotiation upon his consent.
I second it.
Mhm. Been moved by Andrew, seconded by Kim to offer the position to John Craig. If he says yes, to begin negotiations. I will take a roll call vote. Counselor Kaufman,
Yes.
Counselor Sylvia,
Yes, sir.
Counselor Mix,
Yes.
Counselor Burns,
Yes, please.
Council President Bush,
Yes.
Counselor Keating,
Absolutely.
and I vote yes. Motion carries 7-0. Our next item is mandatory water curtailment. Yes, sir.
Would you like, you have an email from Eric
Oh.
regarding proceeding with those negotiations. He suggested perhaps the trio with the city HR director perhaps being lead and working with myself and your city attorney to work out the details of those negotiations.
Do we agree to that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Go forth and conquer.
Go get them.
Thank you.
All right, mandatory water curtailment.
So couple things, and Ryan is here and speak to you more details, but you have a policy in your packet that is in fact your water curtailment plan. I know the mayor brought this up because we are in declared drought as per the governor and per the county. I don't know as of today whether we are level 1 of the curtailment plan based on the way it's laid out in the plan. We haven't quite had that discussion yet, but what your plan calls for is basically, having the city manager, i.e. through the public works director, follow through on that plan. I know there's a lot of interest in us, and we've already posted some voluntary measures. I know there's a lot of interest as to whether we need to take next steps. Again, our city public works director is here, but we will have to do some assessments per your policy and proceed with that. So it isn't normally something that comes back to you as members of council, but it's just given the circumstances, given the rarity of this situation, we thought you should be informed. Give us any direction you wish to.
I believe our citizens are doing a very good job voluntarily. We've never had to do much more than voluntary. I think people take it seriously. They're aware that there is a voluntary plan to curtail their usage. And I think that's all that we need to do right now. I don't believe in finding people or. Okay,
So,
let
and-
Frank finish that one.
No, I was,
Can I bring up why I brought this
Okay.
up for us? Reason I brought it up is because number one, the Sluts is at a 130-year low. That it is lower than it has been since before this city was incorporated. We have the senior water rights. So no matter how this shakes out, we're the last ones that are off the river. I just want to have our staff, city manager, look at what we can do. I don't want to find anybody else either, okay? I just want us to understand that even though we are the last people to get turned off of that water, I want to make sure our neighbors in Siletz and around the other westerly parts of the county do not have to go through any more curtailment than is needed. And so that's why I brought it up. I think that it's part of being a good neighbor is recognizing that even though we are the big dog on the river, we need to curtail ourselves voluntarily with education, with letting people know. You're right. I don't want to find anybody because number one, I don't think we'll have to. Okay, but like informing people, yeah, you don't really need to water your lawn now. Or please water your garden, between the hours of 9 PM and 9 AM so that evaporation doesn't eat up half the water you put out. Those type of things, right? I think it's vital that we work together as a county to make sure that, because they're talking about October 15th of when our rain is supposed to start in. That's 9 weeks away still.
And it's not unusual for it to go beyond that.
Exactly. And so I just want us to be aware. I want the community to understand that it's not just us on that river. So that's why I wanted to bring this up, because I wanted the council to be aware of it. And I would like to see us direct staff to come up with some specific ways we can help instruct and guide our populace on water conservation issues during this time.
Out of the flyer, we have a flyer drawn up with water curtailment ideas.
Yeah.
That kind of, just a single page, two-sided thing, if nothing else, that we could send out to people, kind of like we did with the water tower to get the information out that way. I think they responded really well to it. And I think something like that would help.
I guess I'm gonna be the butt here.
It's okay.
I absolutely refuse to agree to fine our people or put something on their lines that restricts their flow or disconnect their service for water they're paying. I understand being a good neighbor, but I cannot punish our citizens like that, me personally.
I'm not asking for fine.
I know, but that's the first thing under penalties is.
But if you read through the whole document, okay, if you read through the whole document, I think our staff can find things to put on there that are within the realm of, for lack of a better word, ease that our citizens can start doing. And I'm not saying we go out and find people, but we remind them. Oh, you see, you remind them, right? That's all I'm asking for.
Like me personally, I stopped watering everything. All my stuff was dying because I'm doing my own part.
Right.
I just can't agree to find anybody.
I don't think any of us want to find anybody ever. Yes.
Well, I'm wondering if there isn't a way under severe water curtailment times
Mhm.
to change the water rate. If I want to fill my swimming pool,
Well, and see, that's one of the things that goes on there, right?
but if I want to fill my swimming pool, I should be able to, but I should have to pay for it.
That's
So
something
maybe
that's something they bring back to us.
that's what I mean. Maybe
Okay.
that would be an idea rather than fines
And
or shut offs
Oh, no, I
or any of
understand.
that.
That's,
We'll just start charging more.
I read that Newport, anything over 10,000, you get billed a lot more.
That's what Ron was saying last time.
I have no problem with that at all.
But,
right.
so I just want you guys to imagine for a second, okay, we live in Siletz, just imagine, okay? And we're already underwater curtailment, Newport's already underwater curtailment. Toledo could be doing everything that they're supposed to be doing, right?
Right,
But they're not under water curtailment.
right.
And Toledo has first rights. Our water's been shut off. And those MFers up in Toledo made it where we don't have any water now and we're like
Right.
dying. So just by us, just to make it look like we're all playing in the sandbox together, we all go under water curtailment, whatever that means, then they can't say, well, they stole all of our
No.
water because they're not playing the same game.
I agree.
I think just for public perception, it's good to,
What?
I think so
because
too.
water's pretty serious.
We've been on curtailment at our house.
No, I know.
We're not
Yeah,
doing any of that
too,
stuff.
yeah.
But as a city
Mhm.
water user,
And I think everybody's, but.
I think I should be charged extra
Mhm,
if I'm not
mhm.
voluntarily curtailing.
Right.
So I think that, like,
Yeah, I
put a
think so.
ceiling on it, and if you use
Yeah.
more than that, charge 3 times as
Yeah,
much, or 4 times, or 5.
David, you had a comment?
Just a couple of thoughts. It's just things that when you do have a policy, and we will follow that policy, and it's unless you vary it on your own. But the other thing is, while we are the oldest user on the river that can divert water, the state has the in-stream water right on in ahead of ours. So the fish get first flight, get first right to the water. So when that drops to a certain level, we could be cut off as well. So there's-
Yeah.
And that's happened here before.
yeah, and then, and the other piece of this is Georgia Pacific is wanting to draw on their water, and we're gonna be we're having to try and manage that request as well. So at this point in time, they're not getting a lot of help on that, but
And what's the state of Mill Creek right now?
I was about to ask, why aren't we drawing from that?
Usually,
So normally, Mill Creek in the summer, because of all the alder, it has to be super treated because the acidity level goes up.
Turbidity.
one more comment. I wonder if it would be useful if we added to your coming up study session, a conversation about water.
Perfect.
I
We'll
think,
know more in a few weeks where we stand. We'll have we will.
Right, and you guys will be able to bring us back, what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
Right.
I still think we should do some sort of educational outreach to our citizens.
oh, yeah, for sure.
Citizens Academy.
Yes, sir.
We have on the website, the National Night Out, publications in the past, any social media conservation tips, how to conserve water, when to water, what not to do, do's and don'ts, first top 10 things to do. We've been doing this for over a month now.
Uh-huh.
So it's about to the point where it needs to be heightened. If I'm not, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Chief. So the city of Siletz, they are in a curtailment type setup where they said, hey, please minimize, we'd like families to reduce down to maximize that at 10,000 gallons. And when they see people that might be potentially abusing water or using it recklessly, they will stop and see what's going on to figure out that situation and let them know, hey, we are trying to conserve right now. So, please be mindful of that. It's not somebody's policing the water. We don't have staff enough to police the water.
Yes.
Right?
It's about being a good steward, period, and a neighbor.
I wonder when we'll know if we're being effective at communicating. Do you have a sense of the water usage?
Well, we know we use water every month. So if it goes down in usage, we'll know if the usage is down.
But how long has it been since Governor came out with that?
Couple weeks.
2 weeks now.
Oh, it's only been, okay.
Yeah.
So within the next few weeks, we'll know if people are listening. Would you say?
More or less, the next water bill comes out, and when we read meters, we'll be able to tell from the previous month if its consumption is down or not.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So maybe I'm misunderstanding what was being asked here. It's not saying that we're going to a mandatory conservation, you can only use this much, this much. We're saying, hey, we're going into a curtailment because it's the right thing to do, and we're asking our citizens to do this voluntarily.
Sure.
I'm good with that.
But I like your idea about, having maybe a flyer and not only just mailing it out, but also, have it at the checkout counter at the restaurants and the grocery store and, different businesses. So people just want it to be in their faces.
Yeah. Did we give you enough direction? Okay.
So who makes the flyer? That's my
They
question.
do.
Oh, yay.
Your staff,
Okay.
you pay us well for that now.
Thank you, Brian.
Well, with Lisa not being here, it's a valid question, who's doing it?
Well,
you
I
know.
have no idea.
It's not.
I like your question. Ask all the questions you want.
Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. Next item, capital improvement project, David.
I'm gonna pass this off to your public works director.
You're my project.
Okay, which one we starting on here?
Rebuild it. Replace the filter media. at the city.
Okay, so as you all should know, the filter media has a lifespan of about 20 years. We're approaching 25. At this juncture, motion to approve having the interim city manager Klein sign for rebuild it. The outfit to replace the filter media at the city of Toledo water treatment plant. A little background. Again, it's a capital improvement project for this year's budget, and we've surpassed the life expectancy for these filters for this media. So it's going to be imperative for our treatment process that we do have replaced.
Am I crazy, or did you say that this time because it's newer, it works longer? And it should last longer this time, or does it still only last 20 years?
I couldn't tell you the exact life expectancy on a new one. For the current situation, anything that I've read is expected for 20 years is roughly life expectancy.
Okay.
And we've surpassed that.
This was all the stuff in the bottom of that water, right?
It's all
That tour.
the media is the aggregate and everything that it uses for the treatment process.
And it's like 10 feet deep or something, because the tube was in there when we did the tour to show.
I can't tell you the exact depth on it, I'm sorry.
It's like
It
the
was a
whole
lot.
hole is full, yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Any other questions, council? I would entertain a motion.
I move to approve having interim city manager Klein sign for quote unquote rebuild it to replace filter media at the city of Toledo water treatment plant.
Second that.
Can I have you add in an amount not to exceed 272,487.27?
Yes, I will.
Say that number again.
It's in your fiscal impact.
Okay, thank you. There.
Next line down.
Okay. I'm used to seeing it up top. Thank you.
I will withdraw my second so he can amend the motion.
Amending my motion, I move to approve to having interim city manager David Klein to sign for the quote unquote rebuild it to replace the filter media at the city of Toledo water treatment plant not to exceed $273,000.
Oh, and I'm gonna second that. It's been a long day, people. Sorry.
Been moved by Frank, seconded by Tracy to approve having interim city manager Klein sign for rebuild it to replace filter media at the city of Toledo water treatment plant not to exceed $273,000. I will take a roll call vote. Counselor Kaufman,
Yes.
Counselor Burns,
Yes, please.
Counselor Keating,
Yes.
Council President Bush,
Yes.
Counselor Mix,
Yes.
and Counselor Sylvia.
Yes, sir.
And I vote yes. Motion passes 7-0. Next item, Public Works request for expenditure on the Butler Bridge Road Pump Station.
As the mayor stated, this is a request for approval to have interim city manager sign for a tag to upgrade the VFDs and PLCs at the Butler Bridge Sanitary Sewer Pumping Station. Variable frequency drives and programmable logic controllers, the VFDs and PLCs at our Butler Bridge Pumping Station are outdated and at end of life. Our systems can't operate without them. Butler Bridge Road Pump Station is in need of an update before we witness a catastrophic failure and potential safety and health hazards associated with that failure. This replacement was a capital improvement project for this year also.
So I have a question real quick. On the capital improvement project expenditure sheet, it says the cost of the item was $99,624, but on the page previous, it says it's $102,041.
The quote was about 5 months old.
Okay.
I got the quotes prior going into the budget year and then an updated one so I could present to you guys have a more clear idea what it costs.
So the real one is the 102.
That's the most recent one I've got.
Everything goes.
I know you love my questions. How long do we think these are gonna last?
Hopefully longer than my tenure here.
Okay.
That's a good answer.
That's a scary
Because
answer
you have to
though. That could
retire.
be
You
like,
can't go anywhere until you retire.
Here.
It's serious. I know it really doesn't matter. We need them. I don't like catastrophic
And for example, we had parts replaced on the Ammon pump station there at the base of Southeast Urban there. It was so outdated, we could not get replacement parts. We had to send them off, I think it was to Georgia to actually have them rebuilt. So it's basically band-aiding the system. When I reached out to these outfits about having Butler Bridge done, they said, well, Ammon needs to be done. I said, well, hold on, we're doing Butler Bridge. We'll talk about Ammon later. It's got a Band-Aid on it. We'll move forward next budget year. We'll talk about that.
Well, and one thing I want to make sure the public understands is these are two capital improvement projects that were voted on and authorized within the budget for this year. This isn't anything new. I would entertain a motion.
Motion to approve having interim city manager Klein tag to upgrade VFDs and PLCs at Butler Bridge Sanitary Sewer Pumping Station.
Second.
Hey,
Not to exceed 140,000, is that right?
so were you willing to remove your second?
Yes, I remove my
So-
second.
320
103.
102.
change.
Yeah.
Motion to approve having interim city manager Klein. I can't talk, you guys. Sign for tag to upgrade VFDs and PLCs at Butler Bridge Sanitary Sewer Pumping Station not to exceed $102,000 and some change, because I can't read those last.
$41.
And $41. Yeah, that,
Second.
couldn't read it.
I'm going with Jackie Kaufman. Oh, my goodness. All right, it's been moved by Kim, seconded by Jackie Kaufman to approve having interim city manager Klein sign for tag to upgrade the VFDs and PLCs at Butler Bridge Sanitary Sewer Pumping Station in an amount not to exceed $102,041. I will take a roll call vote. Counselor Sylvia.
Yes, sir.
Counselor Mix.
Yep.
Counselor Burns.
Yes.
Counselor Keating.
Yes.
Counselor Kaufman.
Yes.
Council President Bush.
Yes.
And I vote yes, motion carries 7-0. Next item. Is an out.
I think for the pet parade, we have to pull so she can read his
I
papers.
think we're just
No,
gonna
no, no,
amend
no.
it.
Are we,
We're gonna, go ahead.
You're not gonna redo it, right?
No, it's been handled internally.
okay. So our next items are a couple of things for outdoor events. The first one is an application by the Halloween Pet Parade and Wiener Roast. Councilor Burns.
So, in the application, just, for record, I had indicated that it was, since we sponsor it, I indicated a nonprofit, and so that's being scrubbed from the application. But other than that, so, it will be again the second Saturday in October, and I'm asking for some spending money so that we can get some posters and flyers up, and mostly everything else was donated. So I'm actually also hoping that we can get someone that can bring us some music so we can liven it up a little bit. So, did I say enough?
I still have a problem with this job. If there was anybody else, we'd make them bring it back. It's not fair just because you're on council that you get the staff to fix it for you.
Okay. All right, then.
So do
we have
you
to be-
pull it then?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to piss anybody off, so.
Yeah, we just have to be fair.
Okay.
All right, so we have pulled that application. Our next application is for what occurred last night. For National Night Out. City Manager Klein, your name's all over this.
Really? Well, I have to ask you about the previous one, though. Is having a pet parade and wiener roast, is that tongue in cheek or is that really intentional? I mean, I get the visual, I get an image of their pets being paraded to the wiener roast.
To ask Councilor Burns.
It's a costume, Halloween costume pet parade.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah, because of wiener
I wonder
dogs.
if the name was somewhat.
Yeah.
the evokes some kind of slaughtering, or whatever.
No doxes or harm in the process, so.
So in truth, I can't speak very intelligently to the next item, but it is, but you have had the event, so if you like. If you would like to, go ahead, we're asking that you approve the event that you already had.
So I was gonna
No,
say.
it wasn't submitted on time.
I thought it went very well.
Oh, yeah.
It was well attended last night. Once I fixed the grill for my son, the burgers came out great. Just throwing that out there, son. Yes. We ran to the rescue again.
Ran out of food. We had people there longer than we ever have.
Yep.
It was an amazing night. So on that note, I move to approve the outdoor event application, National Night Out, hosted by the Toledo Police Department on August 5th, 2025.
Second that.
It's been moved by Frank, seconded by Tracy to approve the outdoor event application for National Night Out hosted by the Toledo Police Department on August 5th, 2025. Before we move on, I want to give a huge shout out to Community Service Officer Bush.
Yes.
He ran himself ragged last night, making sure everything got taken care of. I'm surprised he was able to get up this morning. All right, I will take a roll call vote. Counselor Kaufman,
Yes.
Counselor Burns,
Yes.
Counselor Keating,
Yes, indeed.
Council President Bush,
Yeah.
Counselor Mix,
Yes.
Counselor Sylvia,
Yes, sir.
and I vote yes. So we did it. It is done. All right, next up, library decision items. First up, our request for council approval to appoint new members to the library advisory. Hi, Harrison. You look so excited.
Yeah, had a busy night. And a busy day today as well. Yeah, we are getting our board, as you all know, our documentation up to speed. And we're trying to do things by the book at the same time we're writing the book. So we've been, meeting as always, but since it's in our however we're referring to this document, however it ends up being incorporated, that new members need to be appointed by council. We would like to present Denise Marsh, who started a bit ago, but not officially, right? Until we do this, and Andrew Keating as well.
I'm not sure. Those both are kind of trouble.
Especially Denise.
They like read banned books and stuff.
They better.
So do I have a motion?
I move to appoint members to the Toledo Public Libraries Advisory Board, Denise Marsh and Andrew Keating.
Thank you.
I'll second
Gotta
that.
have a names and, all right. So it's been moved by Frank, seconded by Tracy to appoint Denise Marsh and Andrew Keating to the Toledo Public Library Advisory Board. We'll take a roll call vote. Counselor Kaufman,
Yes.
Counselor Burns,
Yes.
Counselor Keating.
I abstain.
Wise man. Council President Bush.
Yes.
Counselor Mix.
Yes.
Counselor Mix.
Yeah.
Okay. And Counselor Sylvia.
Yes, sir.
And I vote yes. Motion carries 6-0 with one abstention. All right, don't go anywhere, Harrison. Next item. Refer library advisory board document to city attorney.
You should have front and back our 2-page document that Eric, our outgoing board chair, has been working hard on. This has been something that we've been trying to flesh out for a while, but it's kind of run into some catch-22s. And we've got this in a condition that we feel like we're ready to forward along to be incorporated into the city documents in whatever manner seems appropriate to formally kind of define the scope and of our library board a little bit more clearly than it has been in the past.
Any questions, council?
have to make a motion to refer it, do
We will take this document, assuming you have no objections, and refer it to the city attorney.
Consensus? Do we have consensus to refer?
Yes.
Thank you, Harrison.
Thank you.
All right. All right, next item is a proposal for architectural services from Scott Edwards Architecture.
So Scott Edwards is actually on the line with us, but you have a proposal that, if you recall, during the budget process, we talked about the safety / civic center building as to what are next steps. And per the RCA you have, that I believe the understanding was going into the budget was that we would work to find a community engagement process to allow the community to have express a voice over that building's use. It's help build some consensus. We put in $50,000 in the budget to help create a vision and an engagement process. I had the opportunity to speak with Scott about the proposal, being as he did the work for the city in the past, that he were able to continue their services. Being as that Scott Edwards was in fact appointed to a competitive process initially. I've visited with the city attorney about that. That works. You have a form of resolution, I believe, on your table, that if you choose to go forward, that would be the best way to go forward with it. And Scott is on the phone to give you any further information about that process and that project as it proceeds. This would be certainly subject, certainly being done by you, and your next city manager would be overseeing this effort.
Questions, council?
Yeah. So the $250,000, is that the fee for basically drawing up blueprints?
No, it's done 250,000. I'm not sure where you're seeing that.
On the resolution,
On the resolution,
it says not to exceed.
whereas.
That's not,
If I can,
that's not related to the budget.
That's the limitation. That's not the budget.
Those are the limitations.
The attorney can speak to that.
yeah, so that's just, that number comes from the public contracting laws. So typically for a contract just this, we go out and do a competitive bid process. There are limited exceptions to that process, and one of them is when it's a continuation of a project.
Bonnie, you sound like Darth Vader's redheaded stepchild, hun. You're like. Oh, it's really hard to hear you.
All right, let me see. Is the connection any better now?
No. Maybe if you want, I'll try and help. Simone, you want me to try and jump in and be helpful? I don't stutter like your microphone does.
I'm so sorry.
So all she's pointing out is that per the state's purchasing requirements, the 250,000 is a general cap. That's not what you're authorizing.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
What is being sought here is 43,750 plus reimbursable expenditures, which should be less than the overall budget for the item.
That was my question, because I saw the 50, then I saw the 250, and I was confused. I mean, it's not hard to confuse me, but still.
We couldn't change the 250,000 to the 50,000?
But you're not authorizing 250, you're authorizing actually what is bid, 43,750 plus expenses.
Right.
Any other questions? I would entertain a motion.
I move to approve the proposal for architectural services from Scott Edwards Architecture on direct appointment without bidding.
I ask that you approve the resolution number.
Oh,
Your resolution. There you go. That's a good man.
I gotta read all this?
No, just the resolution in the title.
Just the title.
Just that part.
In his defense, when we've had recommendations before, they would tell us to do the resolution or whatever, so this is just a little.
This was the last
for us.
change.
Joe, this was last minute.
So,
That's what I meant, just.
Yes.
Okay. Council resolution number 1583, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Toledo, Oregon, approving the proposal for architectural services from Scott Edwards Architecture on direct appointment without bidding pursuant to OAR 137-048-0200, parenthetical 1, parenthetical C.
You're a second.
okay,
Sorry, I'll wait up.
I had to look at David to see if I was done for sure.
It's been moved by Frank.
Again, my apologies. We did a last minute swap because we talked about what's best process.
So it's been moved by Frank, seconded by Jackie to approve council resolution number 1583. A resolution of the city council of the city of Toledo, Oregon, approving the proposal for architectural services from Scott Edwards Architecture on direct appointment without bidding pursuant to Oregon OAR 137-048-0200, parenthetical 1, parenthetical C. I will take a roll call vote. Let's see, Councilor Mix.
Yep.
Councilor Burns.
Yes.
Councilor Keating.
Yes.
Council President Bush.
Yes.
Councilor Sylvia.
Kaufman.
Councilor you're right, Kaufman, sorry.
Yes.
And Councilor Solers.
Yes, sir.
And I vote yes. Motion carries 7-0. Next up is reports and comments. We'll start with the fire department.
We brought on our first employee for the year, Robert Kilgore. He wasn't able to be here because it's Wednesday night is drill night, and that takes precedent over meeting you people, sorry. So he started Monday, did his onboarding with Shauna, and I think he came away more confused than understanding, but that's fine. He's kind of new to the city operation. So he's picking up the pieces, and he's doing well, getting settled in. We're still waiting for the engine, as the report said, to come back from the shop in Benton County, but we had phone conversations with him Monday and things are going forward. Next Tuesday, or no, Tuesday, not even next Tuesday, just Tuesday.
Well, I have to tell you, Chief, he was excited about it last night when I was talking to him.
Yeah.
He's very happy to be on board. It's another local boy. I like it. I like being able to have folks that have grown up here, that know this area, to be a part of our system. Thank you.
Yeah, we're happy to have him.
Any questions for the chief? All right, police department, do we have anything tonight?
Just me, Chief Pace. For some reason, my camera's not working. I can't figure out how to turn it on. But July 4th, we had no issues. And then Summer Festival, we only had a couple of assaults and some domestic violence issues. Overall, it was a good event. Other than that, as you can see in the report, we were pretty busy with training and policy updates, and that's it. And it's continuing going on with negotiations with the union.
So Chief, I want to comment that is probably the best report you have written out to us in my tenure here. Thank you for touching on the events. Thank you for touching on what you guys are investigating and all of it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's the same same format as last month, but I'll continue to do. The positive feedback is good. And also I'd like to do another shout out towards Ron last night for National Night Out. That is one monumentous event that he puts together. And we were shorthanded this year. And so he did an excellent job. And thank you, Rod, for saving the day with the barbecue out there.
I wouldn't have mentioned it if it wasn't my kid, so.
Pitchforks and whatnot, but the hot dogs and the hamburgers are always a huge hit every year. And thank you so much for fixing that. We got a brand new grill and it just happened to have a hiccup. So thanks again for everybody that participated and came out. It's always a great event to put on.
Any questions for Chief? Right. Brian.
I don't have any huge announcements other than updates that were provided, and we do have 2 new staff members. Nicholson, he started this past Monday. He's going to be a great addition to our public works department, and then we have Morgan Jones, who will be starting next week. Correct.
11th.
The 11th.
I mean, his first day officially is the 4th.
For maintenance too.
Because that's what we did,
Okay.
the onboarding.
And then
He's just finishing up his notice at his current position, and we appreciate his diligence in that. So he's not scheduled until the 11th.
till the 11th, he'll be onboarded. And then we also are sending out a potential offer letter to
A third candidate.
a second maintenance 2 position.
And that'll get you all full up again.
That'll have us full staff.
Good.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't Dakota the one that did the plantings up at Rock Park?
Yep.
Great.
You might have seen his work around town and down on the parking lot adjacent to Timbers too.
He was down there working last night.
Nice.
Very
I
nice.
saw him down there.
Well done. Good job. Any questions for Brian?
I have, that's.
I know, but there's more people than you, so. All right, is Cindy here or is Judy online?
Judy's online.
Hi, Judy.
I evidently don't have a camera either, but I am here. We're feeling pretty good about the accounting department right now. Cindy and I, we've made great strides to get things caught up, and we got the new year rolling, so we're feeling really good about everything that's been happening. And we have the accounting clerk position filled with Caleb Hall. And we're excited about that. So it's all good.
Great. Any questions, council? Well, I have to tell you, Caleb's dulcet tones shocked me the first time I called.
Oh,
I was like trying to figure out, hey, I know it's supposed to be Caleb, but that doesn't quite sound like Caleb. So I talked to him today. He's been hoarse the last few days, and that's why it didn't quite come out the normal Caleb voice. Good to have him. He fits right in. I don't think anyone's gonna have an argument with him for very long, which is kind of nice. All right, city manager.
Okay, so you have my written report in your packet. Tomorrow we'll be doing some interviews. We have interviews scheduled. Sean has scheduled interviews for the city recorder finalists. We'll be working towards your new city manager selection. We are looking to post the police officer position yet again shortly to try and fill that seat. That work is in progress on the after action, on the interviews, but one I think are completed at this point in time. Starting to schedule follow-up activities there. That'll be coming to you in short order with at least the first round of thoughts on that. For that. And I think one of the things I threw that in my report this, I hope you took note of what your team was able to accomplish since March. I think congratulations to you and the folks who work for you. We've had a lot of progress, done a lot of.
We have good staff. We have good staff.
Yeah.
And they kept their nose down and they grinded away and got stuff done.
Big team. So they did all good. You know, you and your team did good work.
Any questions for David? All right, municipal court annual report.
Do that once. I wonder who that guy was.
No, I haven't forgotten Harrison.
I come once a year.
He's
Arnold,
not,
let's
he's
jump
not there. I haven't found, because I know he's been sitting here and I know Harrison's not going anywhere.
You're sure?
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay. On a personal note, I didn't even realize this until I looked at my calendar actually today. Our last court session was the beginning of my 5th year with the city. And since then, I've become the judge in 3 other cities, including Lincoln City, McMinnville, and Dundee. And all 4 of the courts now basically have the same rules that were written by Mike Adams and myself for Toledo that we passed on. Anyway, it's been fun. And you guys started me on this last section of my career, and I appreciate it. I submitted, you should have in your packets. I'm not terribly upset by these stats, actually. There's a lot more tickets that were written than people that I see in here. That's not a bad thing. Because, and I know I'll tell you this because I know you guys never get traffic tickets, but on the back of the ticket, it'll give options, and people have an option of coming to court and begging for mercy, or asking for a trial, or just sending a check in the mail, or coming to the front counter here and dealing with our violation bureau, which is Cindy and Brian. And so because of that, I mean, last month I had like 3 or 4 folks here. And it was good because we're able to get things resolved on all of those cases. The 4 major crimes, not crimes, offenses last year: driving without insurance, failure to carry insurance, speeding, and driving while suspended. For this year, to date, it's a little different, but not much. Driving without insurance, speeding, and driving while suspended. What I like to do is I like to educate folks, particularly on the insurance and the driving while suspended, and I'll offer them a couple of things. One is our traffic school. We use it's an online program. It costs a little extra money, but they can take it in one of 16 different languages if they want. I've taken it now twice. It reminded me each time of a good review course that I would have wanted my teenager to take the night before he went down to DMV to get his driver's license. If they take that and they pay a fee to the city, then I'll dismiss the case. They've learned something. And we get a little extra money because we don't have to pay the state and the county their thing. So it's a win-win for everybody. The other thing I offer folks is I call it a fix-it ticket, or sometimes I call it a forgetfulness tax. And the insurance is a perfect one. Often the statutes say that we have to have proof of our insurance in our car. And nowadays, all the insurance companies say, hey, save a tree and go paperless. And then what happens is I'll get pulled over on some back road. It's late at night. There's a guy standing outside the car window with a gun. And surprise, surprise, they can't get to their insurance on their cell phone. So, or their insurance had expired. So what I do is I offer them the opportunity, if they've gotten their insurance relatively quickly, I'll give them a fix-it ticket. Just a reminder, you're supposed to have that information on your car. And there's a number of it's like failure to register your vehicle. Somebody forgot to do it and then they ran down and got it and things like that. The other thing is on the driving while suspended, I'm given not only a copy of the ticket, but a person's DMV record. And I go over it with them, and half of the time, like I had a guy in here just this last month, his driver's license was suspended because he forgot to go to court and to other places. And there's a statute that says after somebody fails to appear, that court can send a notice to DMV saying, hey, you need to suspend this guy's license. And some folks, they go through a period of their lives where they're not paying attention to business, and now they want to drive with a driver's license. It's an easy fix because all they got to do is go to that court that sent the notice for to DMV and set up a payment plan, and then another notice gets sent to DMV saying, hey, this person can get their driver's license. The other thing, most folks, very few are not eligible to get a hardship license to be able to go to work or whatnot. So I want people to have driver's licenses. I want them to have insurance. It just seems like a good thing. And the speeding tickets, if they do the traffic school and they realize how serious it is when you're speeding within a city, that's a good thing for me as well. So basically, that's about it. I'm here for questions. I only get to talk to you, most of you guys, once a year.
So how are we doing on enforcing our livability ordinance?
You're talking about code enforcement.
Correct.
I gotta give a shout out to Ron Bush. If you look at the stats here, there were only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 code enforcements last year. I don't remember seeing anybody here on the code enforcement. On this year, just one. I've seen Ron, he works with people. He bends over backwards with folks and he works things out. Now, you don't have an active city attorney sitting here anymore, and that's a problem on the code.
Staring at you right now.
Okay.
The money mill.
But because there's gonna be times when Ron can't work with somebody.
Right.
And he's gotta cite them. They come to court and a city attorney can negotiate with them. The judge, all I can do is give a fine or give them an opportunity to come back another time.
Any other questions, council?
In those instances, can't we get somebody on the phone?
So can the attorney zoom in?
Sure.
Okay,
But negotiations, that's not gonna happen in the courtroom.
right. Well, I want to make sure that David knows to alert Savani when we have that situation so that we can.
We're actually looking for a separate prosecution attorney, prosecuting attorney.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, gentlemen. Any other questions for our judge? All right, thank you very much.
Can I go?
You may go. Feel free to exit the
I don't
building.
know if I've ever met you. I'm Ron's wife.
Glad to
Nice
meet you.
meeting you. Thank you for saying nice things. I will pass them along.
Well, it's easy to say the nice things here. And believe me, I got up, I left my house at 6:30 this morning to go to McMinnville. And then that's an hour away from home. And then McMinnville is an hour and a half from here.
Mhm.
And it's another hour from here to get home. So it's a long day.
Well, you are free to exit the building.
Get out.
All right, thank you all.
You're welcome.
I'd say.
Hey, Harrison, you're back in the spotlight.
Okay, yeah, I've just got a couple thoughts by way of staff report. We have a really packed August. I'm not gonna run through everything we have, but we've got it, brochures, flyers, website, electronic sign out front. There are a couple things that I did want to hit on. We have our second Community Conversations event from Oregon Humanities National Endowment for the Humanities, supporting that. That's on the theme of who do we want to be in the future. This one's going to be more of a panel discussion format that I'll be doing my best to moderate. So y'all are invited to that. It's a public event. And we want a good turnout for that. And the grand opening of Peter Erskine's Rainbow Light installation that he's put in over the summer at the library, that's going to be August 28th at 3:30 p.m. He's going to be doing a round of all the libraries in the county, and he's going to hit us at 3:30, and then he's going to head over to Newport after that. So I wanted to float those out there since we'd like a good turnout for Peter after all the work he did, and we'd love to have a lot of folks show up for that. And for everything else we've got a lot. So check in with us and we'll tell you everything.
All right. Any questions for Harrison? Keep it up, Harrison. You're doing great work.
We've got a really good team, and Sophia hit the ground. She packed our August right away.
Good.
And I could list everything, but you wouldn't be able to keep up.
All right. Shauna, you don't get out of this free. How are things in HR?
Well, I think you've heard from the various departments, recruiting. It's like location. So lots of that going on. It is cumbersome process. I didn't inherit much of a process, and so I'm building all of that as we go, building communications that go out to candidates, providing the assistance, for example, to Brian and this next position that we're trying to fill for him. Just being the voice, the go-between. So Brian doesn't have to do it when somebody comes back and says, hey, I'm interested in the job, but I want you to hire me for more money. How do you say that nicely, professionally? And so working on all of that. As David mentioned, we've got 4 coming in tomorrow to do city executive assistant city recorder interviews. It's a first round of the best candidates that we have received. I'll be honest, there's not a lot of depth, there's not a lot of skills, but we are moving forward with some people to just do some pre-screening. They all know that we're waiting for a new city manager,
because that's such a close relationship. We don't want to make a decision before we have a city manager in place. The 4 candidates that we have now know that the process is going to still probably be several weeks away. And being honest about that through the whole process so that anybody who, not everybody's able to wait that long to get a job. Cooking along in the background, working on updating our handbook, bringing it into the current decade and,
At least you didn't say century.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, me too. Shauna, we greatly appreciate you.
oh, well, thank you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I appreciate being here. Thank you.
We try to tell her that on a regular basis, so.
Good.
And everybody that stepped up in the interim too.
Yep. Any questions for Shauna?
Just one.
Yep.
We have retained Jensen Strategies to undertake the finance director search. Maybe I missed or I've forgotten a conversation, but I'd just like to know a little bit more about that. I was not aware that we were. I know we've got Judy for contract services. I was not aware that we were starting a process or contracting a search firm.
And actually, their proposal actually was in front of you, I believe.
Did I forget this then?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot.
Sorry.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't either.
It was in there a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Was it?
So the target date at this point, I believe, is mid-October to have finalists.
Okay.
To the first election.
Apologies.
And that would be a city manager choice, but I think the proposal, the contract is in front of you for your consideration.
So it's been crazy.
All right. Thank you all. Council comments. I'll start with Jackie Kaufman.
None here.
Frank?
Yes. So, in the crowd, we have Tyler Watkins from the Homie House. They're looking for some help so they can get this absolutely necessary thing going. We have historically helped the History Center and the Railroad Museum with money. So we're helping, or we're investing in our past. I believe, and I'm only gonna speak for myself, that us as a council should be investing in our future. So I'd like to see about getting a discussion happening on our next meeting about getting a line item for them for a yearly donation to help them keep going, because this is all for our children.
So we don't do the other two with the line item. What we do is do it out of our strategic reserve.
Okay, well, same thing.
Okay, I just want to make sure that we're clear as we pass that
Right.
forward.
And then I also want to get him in for his presentation in 2 weeks. It was supposed to be this week, but lines just got crossed.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that's on record so he can get in here in 2 weeks.
So can we handle it, like have it all on the
The same agenda in 2
yes,
weeks,
thank you. Can we
if
do-
possible.
I think they're all combined and planned for the report from the contributions committee at your next meeting. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yep.
So I
And
think you
also
will.
to that part.
Okay. Good. Other than that, last night was a blast. I love looking out in the crowd and seeing so many people out there. I think we had people there 45 minutes later this year than we did last year.
Yep.
And 2 years in a row, we've run out of food. People just gobbled it up, even with the snafu with the new police department grill. Other than that, I have nothing else.
All right, Councilor Mingus.
I have a complaint. The fire department had better swag than we did.
Oh,
And this is not acceptable anymore. Next year, we've got,
It's not your fault, Krista.
no, it's chiefly possible. I'm sure it is. And he found the cool pencils and such. No, it was a great event. I'm just joking about the swag.
I'm not offended.
You what? You're not offended?
No, I'm not.
I didn't think you offended easy. It was a great event. I wasn't able to stay as long this year as I have in the past, but I was still able to get around and chat with people and see people in the public. It's just wonderful every year to see people bringing their kids out, or just, we even have people that don't have children that come and by and just say hello, and it's great. It's great because it gives us a chance to engage one-on-one with our community. And course, I'll have conversations with people and then they put it two and two together that I'm actually there in an official capacity. And we save that for later. And so yeah, great job done by all the city, Ron, and everybody pulling this together again this year. I am very proud of our community and especially the progress that we've made in the last 6 months because we have overcome a lot and to be able to put a good face on, and still be able to be out there and engaging and serving our community the way we do. We need to everybody needs to pat themselves on their back. We've really done well. So I just want to thank everybody for all that they did. That it been a success and that's about it.
Councilor Burns.
Oh, yes. First of all, apologize to council about my application.
Not a big deal.
Ignorance on my part.
You don't have to apologize. I'm not, I didn't mean to, I hope you didn't take offense.
Nope.
Okay, good.
So anyway, that aside, over the weekend, we were talking about the potential of having a street dance.
That not be so much fun, guys.
Slash
Like, I wanna see heads, like,
fundraiser. And Counselor Sylvia suggested the Homie House as the reason for the season. So I'm not sure where we go from here, but would really like to investigate all of the different things that we need to put in to make it happen.
I have reached out about one band. I'm not gonna say the name until I get confirmation, but just in case this was to go further.
Yeah, so time just flies by and would really like to move forward with this with some alacrity so that we can begin promoting it. And do we need to put it on agenda? I don't know where to go from here, so you'll have to guide me.
Discussion item.
Let's add that to our discussion item for our next meeting, street dance.
Okay.
Co-op with Homie
and
House.
maybe even our next work session, we could kind of hammer out what we're thinking for it. Yeah.
Anything
That's all
else,
I
Jackie?
had. No-
Okay.
No, sir.
Thank you.
Andrew?
I just want to say I've been through a handful of executive search processes, like we've been through for the past couple of weeks, well, past months. And I just want to really commend both Jensen Strategies for doing an exceptional job. We had great candidates. Even just the number of responses that we received was exceptional in terms of applications. And the quality of our semifinalists and finalists was, I think, far surpassing what we expected. So fantastic job on the part of Jensen, and very confident in all of the work that they're doing for us as they are handling a couple of kind of big projects for us, including the finance director, as I relearned tonight. But I also especially want to give a shout out to our community and to all the people who came out for the process last week. It was a long process, involved a lot of stakeholders in our community, including 2 different points when our candidates were interacting with members of the community, both in terms of a formal panel that was interviewing them, as well as a meet and greet kind of round robin, candidates sitting at all the tables and meeting everybody for 15 minutes at a time. All of the candidates and Jensen kind of went out of their way to emphasize how unusual the turnout was in terms of how many people from the community, not just staff, not just council, not just people who are involved in the process already, but how many people from the community just came out to meet these people, to hear from them, to pitch their ideas, and just to give these great candidates a sense of who we are as a community. So I think that was a really, really important part of this process and shouldn't go overlooked. And I hope that as we enter these negotiations with John Craig, that the community will see their own voice, their own involvement in this process, in the quality of candidate that we have identified. So I'm feeling a sense of enormous trust in the direction that we're going, the help that we've gotten from our partners, from our staff, from our community, and from Jensen Strategies in getting this done with us. So huge appreciation all around this community.
Anything else? Hey, Council President Bush.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
What?
First of all, thank you to everybody up here for volunteering either at Art Oysters and Brews or National Night Out or all of it, whatever. You guys are awesome and I appreciate each and every one of you, your ideas. Jackie's had some great ideas, just all you guys. I love you guys. So we had Art Oysters and Brews over the weekend. We definitely missed Lisa because she was always our spearheader for our Toledo and we missed her and it was a little bit smaller gathering than normal, but I think it was a great event. I was at the children's mural table and we had I've never had so many kids draw on the mural is insane this year. It's just like, you can kind of tell what I painted on the background. There's so much stuff. And I had from 1.5-year-olds all the way up to honestly, I had some grownups that think they're still kids that stuck in there and put some stuff on there too, but.
You don't have that on bail.
I can't, no, they're separate. Yeah, so anyway, I'm excited to get them up at Rock Park. They'll be clear coated and up in a couple of weeks. I met so many new people to town and people that I just hadn't met and everybody was just so complimentary and sweet and yeah, National Night Out went great. We did more muraling and the mural's my thing, you guys. So anyway, I just really appreciate all of you for helping, all of you that helped. It wouldn't happen without all of us pulling together. So thank you. We've had enough love.
You can always do more. So, first of all, Kim was very nice back at the first meeting in July that I missed. People might wonder why I'm sitting this way. It's because I have made an agreement with my wife that I have to have my leg up as much as I have it down. Back at the beginning of July, I had the last 4 toes of my right foot amputated. And the idea is to get healthy and back on both feet fully again. And so I have to sit like this when I'm in here, and I didn't do that last week during a couple days worth of meetings. And I got the, how do we say, the come to Jesus look. And so I am obeying now.
Good boy, good boy.
And you know, it was hard for me during Art Oysters and Brews and last night to essentially be chair bound.
You did.
But I will tell you that I was so impressed with all of you, just like Kim was. That you couldn't have known that we did a lot of stuff flying by the seat of our pants this weekend and last night because the professionalism of all of you that stepped up to help was amazing. Plain and simple. Things worked without a hitch. They moved forward. I am so proud of everyone, the police department, fire department, all the volunteers that were down there, all of the representative volunteers from all of our social agencies and such that were down there. Georgia Pacific was there with bells on. Double Take Donuts was handing out donuts. If you haven't had one of their donuts, I highly recommend that you go by and see them this weekend. Their donuts are amazing.
Mine too.
Yeah.
They were so inspirational that some of the kids put donuts on the mural.
But to our crew here at the city, the strides that we've made in the last 7.5 months are very well noticed, and not just by me. They're noticed by other people who came to town this weekend. I'll be honest, I think they were expecting a debacle and they did not see one. And they stopped me and told me about it. This coming week, I have the opportunity to travel to Baker City to the Oregon Mayors Association Conference. And I get to brag on all of us. Because there for a few months, we were the butt of a lot of jokes. And I get to spend time bragging on how well we have recovered and are moving forward and are making strides. And that is a testament to all of you. Okay? This would not have happened without the staff that we have. I appreciate each and every one of you. Chief Lapoff, thank you for stepping up. Shauna, thank you for coming in. Kirsta, thank you for stepping in. Harrison, way to keep the ball rolling. David, I can't thank you enough. It has, you and I have an interesting relationship, one born out of mutual respect. And we've done some things, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to next weekend to brag on you all, because you've all learned it. No.
You too, Brian. You too.
The problem with putting my leg up back there is it hurts my head. I have always said that this is a community that can weather any storm. We've done it again. You know, it seems.
Have to keep proving it then.
I would prefer us not to keep proving it, okay? But it keeps happening. And it doesn't matter whether it's weather related, human related, whatever, we come out on the other end better than we were before. And that's a testament to you. That's a testament to this town. And I hope we never forget that we are all in this together as one. We can have our disagreements. Disagreements are as old as long as we've had two people, we've had disagreements. Oh, yeah. Anyway. This is why I love this town. Right here is that we are resilient. We can pull together and we can make things happen for the betterment of everybody. And you all do that. And it doesn't go unnoticed by people outside of this town. And I want you to know that. I want you to know that people have been watching us and seeing how we've come through this. And it's a testament to all of you. Thank you very much for all you've done, for all you will continue to do, for all the ideas, wacky, whatever. You guys know me, I'll listen to any wacky idea because I don't think anything's a wacky idea until you tell me it's about time travel. That's a wacky idea. But I think that we can now, I don't want to say pat ourselves on the back, but you can smile a little bit. Okay, it's okay. Okay, it's okay to be cheerful again. Okay, it's okay to come to work with a smile on your face. It's okay to tell people how much you like this place. We've done it again. Thanks to all of you. Okay, thank you to all of our citizens. We all still have disagreements. That's normal. But as you can have seen over the last 7 months, we're pulling it together again. Thanks to all of you. David, do you have anything that we need to put on the future agenda items?
I did.
You got them all from earlier?
I got the cats that I put on the.
And on the contributions fund, so I'll let the homie house know in advance, we allotted you $2,000.
I was the one that mentioned you. You weren't there when I did it.
Thank you. So there's your heads up. Okay, contributions committee will have it at our next meeting. It's an annual thing. We started back in 1999. Some wet behind the ears city councilor thought it would be a good thing to do with the sin tax money. If you're wondering what the sin taxes are, it's alcohol, tobacco, and now cannabis. And we get a certain portion of that back from the state. We take a percentage of that and we disperse it out to those nonprofits that help our citizens make a better life for themselves. And so it's a great tradition and I hope it never ends. I really hope we can keep on increasing the percentage on that. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for sticking through it all, Lisa and Denise and the crowd that came with you. Thank you to the bodyguard in the back. I always feel safer. And with that, we are adjourned.